Yes, I'll have the usual, but make it large this time. Also throw in something sweet if you got any. I don't know. Maybe the cutie at the window? At least a hug? Maybe next time. Candy's good too, whatever you've got. Work's been about the same, but I got the upper hand on one of our big-time enemies, so I'm treating myself tonight. Don't worry, you'll see it on the news pretty soon. Maybe once the press finds out which hospital I sent him to. Only problem is the rest of his buddies are coming after him once they get it together. Depends on how bad the injuries really were, but I don't think they're gonna make it easy for me either way. So, might as well celebrate while I can. Do you want cash or credit this time? You can't keep doing the stuff for free. I don't want to owe you anything. I don't do favors, is the thing. No terrorizing your noisy neighbors, poisoning coworkers' lunches, or threatening your boss for a raise, unless you're dealing with heroes. It's not my problem. So I'd rather pay you back for all the snacks, so it doesn't come back to haunt me in the future. I don't know, maybe you'll stop giving me this stuff on my way back from battles until I do something for you. It's not about the price. I could go down to the corner store and pick this stuff up easily and for free if I wanted to be even more of a menace. Yes, aren't you happy that I come by to visit you instead? Then be grateful that I do, since you're the only one around that does this. All those other good Samaritans keep their free handouts to heroes. There's not exactly a lot of options for people like me. Believe me, I tried. Best case was someone called the cops on me. So as you can imagine, it's not particularly inviting. Meaning, you're a godsend in these parts. But it is kind of funny that you're out here giving out free snacks to villains. Makes you wonder, why you're so willing to attract that type? Well, as long as I'm your only customer, no one else needs to know about it or questions your motivations. Unless people start to catch on that they notice me hanging around here a lot. Me being a customer probably isn't going to be the first thing in their minds. Whoa, back up. I thought I was the only one who knew about this place. Since when? Is that why you've got those trash energy drinks in the back? I told you I hated those. So, who's the idiot with the bad taste that's been convincing you to buy those things, huh? Of course it's her. She started questioning why I started showing up with leftover snacks with my budget. Girl needs to start minding her own business. There's no way she ain't stalking me on my way home after that. Maybe if she actually put that into practice against her enemies, we'd be a lot better off. Should have been a lot more discreet then. So long as no one else is coming around, that's all that matters. I'll make sure she keeps her mouth shut about it. Come on, don't make this more difficult for me. more people are absolutely gonna come around if you advertise it, and you're gonna get more of your fair share of fakers and people stopping by for free stuff. Worst of all, stronger people than me, the worst of the worst. If your goal in life is to play Tinder with villains, let me make that decision for you right now. You don't want to do it. It might sound fun on paper, but I know these types. Once they find someone they really like, they'll fight to the death for that relationship. And it's not pretty. Believe me, what you're doing here is probably giving them the most affection they've ever experienced in their life. If you're the only one that's doing that for them, you're both putting yourself and whoever ends up being your favorite at risk. Obviously, I'm your favorite. Because I liked you before you were cool. Okay, you were always cool, but I mean before someone else found out about you. She better not be waiting around until I leave. I thought I saw her coming this way earlier. I did think it was weird that she'd take a detour before heading home. Don't know, I guess she was probably getting together with someone or grabbing something to eat. Never expected she'd be doing with you. Or never expected she'd be both with you, or at least trying to. Well, I got here first, and just for that, I'm not going anywhere. Maybe I just want to see how long it takes for her to get annoyed and demand for her turn. It sounded like you wanted a couple of girls to fight over you. Let me kill two birds with one stone and beat her up for all the times I wanted to in the past. She already pisses me off as it is. This just gives me an excuse to air out my work grievances. I've been patient for a really long time already. I've given her way too many chances as it is. Well, more than she deserves. This just sealed her fate. She didn't have to keep coming back to see you, so give her a reason for why she shouldn't. Now say it out loud for all to hear. Who's your favorite customer? And who's the worst? You know, if you had worded that any differently, I might have felt insulted. But since I'd rather be your only customer, I'll take it. And honestly, I'll take that as a compliment. It means I'm doing my job right and giving you exactly what you wanted. A villainous admirer who's willing to fight for you, of course. I found you on my own, and I've been dedicated ever since. If that doesn't scream admiration, I don't know what will. What, were you expecting something different? If you really want to see the dark that got you interested in my type in the first place, I can share with you. You know, most of us are very careful about how we act around people we like. Do you want to know why? Because the moment you slip up, they're gone. A lot of us didn't end up like this because people were nice to us, and look how they still treat us. There's a reason you're still the only one out of the way to be nice to people like me. I don't know if you're being nice to me would make me want to switch sides, but you've given me something to look forward to. Maybe if there was someone out there for all of us like you, it wouldn't have been like this. but there's only one of you, and I don't think there's enough for you to go around. So I like it if it were just me. Aren't there other ways you can help out villains that don't involve being around them? I mean, in a way that doesn't lead them on or anything. I'm not saying you did that to me, but I don't know. I just thought that maybe. Huh? I mean, I'd love to spend more time with you, if you want to know me better and all. My favorite snacks are one thing, but, you know. Wait, really? Sure, I'm free right now, actually. I didn't have any plans for dinner, so I'm up for anything. No, don't worry about it. I live alone. I was probably gonna head straight to bed anyways once I got back. Gotta rest before I've got to do this all over again, you know? It's a busy life, but I've got enough time before I get back to it tomorrow. Oh, are you sure? I don't want to make this weird or anything. You really are one in a million, you know that? Think. Yeah. Are you okay with hugs? Since you kinda said no before. I'll leave that up to you if you want. Thank you. I really needed this.